Good morning all and welcome to, well, you know where we are, Swaddywell Pit, and it's the traditional search for the autumn ladies' tresses, the finale of every single season. This is the only place within quite a distance of Peterborough that has autumn ladies' tresses, and it doesn't have many, and the few that it has, I'm going to swear there, very hard to find. Now 2 weeks ago they should have been all over social media from the south coast on their way up, and there were none. Last week there were like one or two. Now we've had a little bit of rain after 2 months of no rain down here. It's been a sort of apocalyptic drought, but just a little bit of rain over the last week has caused them to pop out in reasonable numbers further south, and some of them even north of Peterborough. So I've kind of got some optimism, not a lot, but some optimism that we will find something. I need to find one. If I can find one, I'm happy. If I find more than one, I'll be overjoyed. So that's what we're doing. We're searching for autumn ladies' tresses. Fingers crossed. It's amazing, we've had the smallest amount of rain here in this area, in this part of the country, the smallest amount of rain over the last week, and already there's just hints of green starting to appear. I know it probably doesn't look like it on this footage, but a week ago everything was just so parched. As I say, I've never seen anything like it before. I remember 1976 and other hot, dry years. I've never seen a drought like the one we've had here for the last 2 months. Everything was just bordering on, well, everything was straw coloured. You kind of think nothing's going to survive this. But it just takes a couple of showers of rain and the green starts to come back. We've got more rain due later this week, so hopefully it will continue to colour up for late season. Still very dry though. I've got a lot of fingers crossed for this one. I'm rather hoping with just about nothing in flower that it's going to be easy to find these autumn ladies' tresses, because there's usually a lot of white coloured low growing plants here, and there's nothing. It's all sort of, I was going to say dead, it probably is dead. So if autumn ladies' tresses have come through, they should stand out, he said, hopefully. Well, it does not look good. As you can see, the place is absolutely fried and dried. Even the brambles that offer a little bit of green are mostly not green. I mean, normally this time of year, I mean, this is a very dry site. In any season it's a dry site, but usually, if you've seen any of the previous trips here at this time of year, there's a carpet of green, carpet of little white flowers, wild carrot, various things that you'll see making it difficult to find autumn ladies' tresses. But there's absolutely nothing in flower. Everything is shriveled up. Everything is just, it's just what a drought will deliver. It's just apocalyptically dry. Everything is I mean, you can hear it, it's all just wrecked, and there's no autumn ladies' tresses here. They may, if we get the rain they've promised us in the next week, you never know, and if they do pop up, then I'll pop out and grab a picture, because it's kind of tradition to do that. But otherwise, we're going to crack on. Not quite the way I'd wanted to end the season here at Swaddywell, but I kind of thought probably not going to find anything today, and I could just keep coming back, but I'm not sure they're going to appear. If they do in the weeks ahead, I'll pop down and grab them, but I'm not going to sit here and wait. It's given the state of the ground here, there's every chance they're not going to appear this year. There's never many here anyway. I just hope they're strong enough to return next year. I'll settle for that. But okay, that's kind of the last, this is the last trip out of the 2026 season. It's not been a bad season, you know. It's easy to think it has because the weather's been so atrocious, hot and dry for the last 2 months here, probably over 2 months since we had serious rain up until last week. But you know what, it's come so late. Most of the orchid season was done and dusted anyway, so it didn't really have too much of an adverse effect. It's not been a bad season at all. You know, some orchids like the bee orchid seems to have had a great season, others less so, but that's the same with any season. So it's not been bad at all, pretty decent, and I've enjoyed it. So thank you for tuning in to the videos, even if it's just this video. But if you've tuned in to the previous videos, thank you very much for doing so. I'm very, very grateful for that. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. As I've said a million times, it's nothing by way of money or anything to do with that. It just means that you get a heads up when there's a new video, and that's it. And for me, it helps because YouTube gives me access to various things I can't get unless I have a certain number of subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed, please click on the subscribe button at the end of the video, and it, as I say, it makes a world of difference to me. So now, if you didn't see the first video of this season, you won't know what I'm about to tell you. If you did see it, you'll know it's coming up. My plan this season was to only have one video a week on a Friday at 6 o'clock, as you probably know by now. The reason for doing that was it was going to build up a surplus because I was doing more than one video a week. I was only releasing one per week, but I'm now sitting with a number of videos that have not seen light of day. The idea is, well, it was going to be next week, was going to be the first video of the pile that haven't seen light of day, and the idea is to sort of rerun the 2026 orchid season from the beginning in chronological order, starting with a desperate search, if I recall, for early purple orchids, and then, as I say, run chronologically through the season from that point. All new videos, none of them have been out before, so you're not seeing any repeats. You've seen the videos that haven't been shown yet. So if you tune into that, you can rerun the 2026 season. It's going to be a bit weird, but it should be reasonably good natured and fun because there's nothing else to do, let's be honest. You're not going to be going out looking for orchids unless you're lucky enough to have autumn ladies tresses nearby. So the season is kind of over. People drift away from social media. So it was my little bit, my little theory was, let's try and keep the season going on this channel. So at least every week you can see a new video on orchids, and it might just keep enthusiasm, interest, I don't know, you might just be bored and not want to tune into them. But the idea is to try and keep the orchid season alive on this channel, starting, as I say, with early purple orchids and rolling on. I think we should roll on until past Christmas, probably into the very early part of 2027, and then I run out. But at least by then we're only about 4 months away from the start of the new season, so that's not too bad. We'll be able to bridge most of the gap. So the plan was to start next week with the first of the reruns, but I'm actually going to do it now because there's nothing to show you here. So if you just hold tight, I'm going to run into the first video of 2026 season part 2. So I hope you enjoy it. If you know anybody who doesn't watch or doesn't even know about this channel, please give them a shout. Say, hey, it's still going over there. That nutter is still running videos. So get them all, get as many people as you can to tune into the channel for me, because I don't advertise this channel. It's always been a principle of mine. I'm not going to go around saying, hey, I've got a great channel, come and watch it, because it puts people off and they come in negatively thinking, well, I'll put him in his place. But I'm always very happy if you tell friends and mates about the channel, and if we can get a few more people coming in and watching, then that's all good news for me. So anyway, enough waffle. As I say, thank you for what you've done in supporting the channel this season, but our season is about to start again, so hold on to your seats, and here we go with a search for early purple orchids. Good morning all. Week 3. Well, week 1 was dead. Week 2 we found 2 or 3 early purples. This is week 3 and we're at Southwick Wood, which is the main early purple orchid site around Peterborough that I know of. And I have everything crossed that we'll see a little bit more today. In past years it would be in its full glory around now, but it is a late season, so I'm not quite sure what to expect, but certainly hoping to see more than we saw last week. So fingers crossed, let's crack on, let's be lucky. I've noticed the bluebells are starting to go over, which seems remarkably early. Or maybe just everything else is remarkably late, I'm not sure which, probably both. I always like to find a white one, call it superstition, a white bluebell, and I can't find one. And I want to find one before they go over. They're looking good, but no whites. I've just bumped into the warden of this wood, who I've never met before. That was good. He knows his orchids. The bad news is that he says there are early purples out, but not so many. It's kind of what I expected today, to be honest with you. It is late, and I don't know whether numbers are just going to be low this season or not. It's too early to say that, but I think it's just running late. So we should see something. He also said there's tway blades here. He said they've all been nipped off down the bottom where he says there's lots. I've never seen a tway blade here before. He's just shown me a patch where he says there should be a couple. So I'm going to have a look on the way out, see if I can find them, just because I've never seen a common tway blade here before. So it'd be nice to add it to the list, even if they're not the most spectacular of orchids. So we should find something by way of early purples, but nothing too spectacular. I'll take that. I'll take that. Right, we're fast approaching the hotspot. Hotspot usually, if we're going to find them, we're going to be finding them pretty soon up here on this path. I feel quite nervous actually about this. I cannot face a complete failure today. Give me some colour. There's a little one down there. That'll do for a starter. Nothing spectacular, but that'll do nicely to start the day off. Classic early purple orchid. Slightly larger version of the same colour. More of the same in terms of colour scheme. Nice setting. Happy to see anything, to be honest with you. Seems to be plenty of them so far. I can see plenty of colour up ahead, so good to go, as it were. That one's still opening up, but it's pink. Bit of variation. Back to the mainstream purples. Slightly lighter tone of purple. I brought my pH meter along to check the pH of the soil here. It should be neutral to slightly alkaline for early purples in theory. Let's take a look. It's the bottom scale down where it says acidic, right, alkaline, left. 7 is neutral, so we're pretty much slightly to the side of neutral, slightly alkaline, and that is exactly what it should be. Slightly alkaline side of neutral, spot on. That's quite nice. Nice little group behind this tree, I think. Yeah, as there always is. I think I found a white bluebell. My luck is really in. In fact, there's 2 white bluebells, 3 white bluebells. And yeah, there's plenty of white bluebells. Let's pick the best of them. Never seen so many. Never seen so many white bluebells in the same patch. There must be 7 or 8 here, and they're quite rare. Very nice specimens. In terms of the early purple orchids seen so far, we might catch a few more nearby, but so far the numbers are okay, reasonable numbers. But they are late. Most of them are young plants still, and they'll probably need another 7 to 10 days, maybe even 14 days before they're fully open. Some of them, as you've seen, are well open, but probably 3/4 are not. So if you come back here in about, say, 10 days time, you should get a better show. But I'm happy with what I've seen so far, about what I expected. Let's see if we can find some more. You can see some colour in the distance. That's quite nice, and well, 80%, 90% fully open. So some of them are up and running, quite a lot are not. can see some colour on the left up ahead, I think. Yeah. Still about a week away from its best, that one. And the one behind it's probably 10 days behind where you might expect at this time. So, as I say, a week to 10 days, these should be good. Hiding amongst the bluebells. There you go, that's probably the best in show for today. Slightly pinky purple, just nicely coloured, early purple orchid. I like that one. Let's see if we can find one of those tway blades that the warden said. He reckoned there were 2 in here. That's kind of needle in a haystack type searching, but we'll have a look. Searching for common tway blades. Not the most thrilling thing to do, even if they are orchids, but I can't find them. They're probably here. Well, the slugs have ate them like they have the others on the site. Be great to find one here. Never seen one before, but not today. Okay, that's it. Southwick Wood, early purple orchids. We've seen a few. It's probably exactly what I expected today. It's going to get better, and I probably will sneak out in a couple of weeks' time one evening and see it closer to full glory, but I'm quite happy with what I've seen today. Some proper early purple orchids, not too much variety, a couple of nice ones, but it's a lovely morning, good to see them all, and yeah, I can tick that one off. I'm quite happy with that.